Say hi, mom. Say hi, mom. Say hi. Hi, everyone. Today I'm going to retrain Ari how to take a pacifier. I'm saying retraining because we had done it before and then she rejected it. She took it for, I think, less than a month really, and then she stopped. She also developed a rash around her mouth. So I discarded that pacifier and got another one. So I want to see if she's going to accept it today. This is what a pacifier is. This. And a lot of babies, they like sucking to soothe themselves, so they either use a pacifier or they suck on their fingers or thumb. So I want to try and make her not to suck her hands and her thumb. So I want to see if she's going to take the pacifier, because especially right now she's just discovered her hands. She's always putting them in her mouth. So now I started training. You can start training your baby to take a pacifier between 3 to 4 weeks. I started at 6 weeks just to be safe, because you have to ensure they have a breastfeeding routine and they're used to breastfeeding before that, so that they don't prefer the pacifier to breastfeeding. And then you use the pacifier up to 12. I think 12 months is the safest time, up to the 1 year, but 0 to 6 months is when they need it the most. Yes, ma'am. So now, a lot of parents do not like using pacifiers, and a lot of hospitals, even I was discouraged by the nurses at my hospital not to use a pacifier, because of course they have disadvantages, but what doesn't. So I'm using it because of the pros. It will help soothe the baby. It aids in sleeping, because how when she's sleeping, she's always, even when there's no boob in her mouth, she'll be sucking on something just on her mouth. So if you put the pacifier, she sleeps even for longer. It helps reduce the risk of SIDS, that sudden infant death syndrome, up to I think 90%. Yeah. And then when you're traveling or when you're in public and maybe she's crying, she's being fussy, and maybe you want to transfer her to breastfeed her if she's hungry, you just use the pacifier first. And then also it's better than for me, it's better than her thumb or her finger, because I'll be able to stop it once, I take her through the process of stopping it, so that she's not dependent on her fingers, because when you have her fingers, it's harder for her to stop because she always has them. Yeah. So yes, that's why I want to train her. Plus I think it's really cute when you see her with the pacifier, right, mama? Yeah. Now to the disadvantages or the cons, why people don't like using pacifiers. The first one is, it has a lot of germs, because you see the baby is always sucking on it. It can fall. She can, her mouth has bacteria, so you need to be able to keep it clean. So you always need to either boil it in hot water or sterilize it, the one you prefer. So and a lot of times you're unable to keep up with that, so people don't like it because it can have the germs. Then another thing, of course, it develops dependence on the baby. The baby is dependent on the pacifier. If they're crying and they need to be soothed or kept quiet, they just know the only way they keep quiet is what? A pacifier. Mom. And then people fear it causing dental problems a lot. But I read on it and I saw, well, it will cause sure dental problems if you use it past 4 years. That's dangerous. It's not recommended. You should stop. In fact, it's recommended you stop. By the time that 2 years, you limit the use to only nap time and night time. But for me, I was only planning on using it for the 12 months. And then also people fear it causing ear infections, because it can lead to that, or it can worsen the ones that are already pre-existing ones. But you see, a baby is not prone to ear infections when they are 0 to 6 months, but they are prone to sudden infant death syndrome when they are 0 to 6. So you'd rather use a pacifier at that time. So yes, so those are the cons, but you see, you can argue them out to some extent, I think. So yes, and then also if it leads to, sometimes also people fear that it will lead to feeding problems, but you make sure you start once you already have a breastfeeding routine and your baby is used to breastfeeding. So it will not lead to the feeding problems if you're able to make sure that she has a routine before. So I figured there's a way around the cons and I have the pros. So I figured I'll use a pacifier. Yes. Now, before you start training your baby how to use a pacifier, or even before you buy one, there are a couple of things that you need to note. For example, first, there are different types of pacifiers. There's the orthodontic one. There's the orthodontic pacifier, and there's the, please pass me her toy. Come on. See now. She puts everything she touches into her mouth. Okay. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, there are different types of pacifiers. This is there's orthodontic. There's one that looks like the nipple of the bottle, of the feeding bottle. Then so there are different types. So it depends on which one your baby prefers. So you can buy maybe 2 different types or 3 different types before starting to train her. So you see, she can reject one and accept the other. So this is the orthodontic, which looks like this. So it has like a flat base and a pointed top. The orthodontic one. This is what I want to use because apparently it's formulated to prevent the dental problems or something. And then make sure when you're buying it's one piece, because there are some that are like 2 pieces. See, that can lead to like it's a choking hazard, because what if one of them like detaches when it's in her mouth, you know. And then also make sure when you're giving her, don't connect it to like sort of a ribbon, or when you do, you make sure that you're supervising, because it's a choking hazard. And then when you're giving it to her, don't put it in honey or like sugar or juice to make it sweet so that you can give her, and don't force it on her, because let the baby guide you. She's so interested when she sees mommy holding anything. Here, use the toy now. Now, don't use the bottle cap. You see, the feeding bottles, they have the bottle cap and the nipple. Don't use them as pacifiers, because the nipple can come off the cap and it can also choke her. Don't give the baby the pacifier once she's chewing it, because you see, once they start chewing it, some little pieces may choke her, as well as when it's just check for wear and tear, so that if it's all, throw it out, get another one. Make sure before you give it to her, also check whether she needs a diaper change, she just needs your attention, or she's hungry. Hi mom. Sorry mom. And then make sure that when you're buying, buy a lot of them, because they really disappear. They're small, they're tiny, so they're always disappearing. So once you know which one your baby prefers, make sure you buy a couple. When you're buying, also make sure that this part, I think it's called the shield, is also bigger than the baby's mouth, so that, you know, when she puts it in her mouth, it doesn't go all of it inside. So the shield should be bigger. It's like she's already using it. The shield should be bigger. Then also make sure that it has a hole in it for airflow, and also it helps the baby to breathe easily. Then let it not have decorative parts, of course, because choking hazard. And then when you're buying, check the age. There's pacifiers for 0 to 6 months, 6 months to 12 months, and so on and so forth. So make sure if it's a newborn and they're in that age bracket, you just buy depending on the age bracket of your child. Then also make sure that when you're giving them, they already have a breastfeeding routine, so that they don't prefer the pacifier, so that they start developing feeding problems. And then don't substitute it to breastfeeding. You see, when your baby is hungry, breastfeed her, don't give her the pacifier instead. And also try using other means before, like singing, what else do you do? Calming her down, swinging her side to side, swim with her. Then also give it to her once she's learned how to latch on your boob. Don't give her if the baby has weight gain problems, also if they have not yet learned how to breastfeed, and if they have ear infections, because it will increase them. And basically, those are the things that you note before you start training her. So I'll start by showing you how we first trained her when we saw like how you train. Then she accepted that for a while, then rejected, and then we'll proceed and show you as I try the new trick that I've seen online that wants me to try again and see if she's going to take it. So here we go. This is what we did in the first attempt. So you take it in, out, in, out, in. Your baby will start sucking on it like that. But how she normally throws it out. And then alternatively, you take the pacifier in circular motions in her mouth, and she will start sucking on it like that. But she normally throws it out. Yeah. So whole of this part in the mouth, of course. Then in, out, in, out, in, out, until the baby starts sucking on it, or circular motions. Yeah, circular motions. Yeah, both of those work, and your baby starts sucking on the pacifier. But yeah, she usually throws it out once she knows what it is. Yeah, ma'am. So we will show you how once she rejected it when she was a bit younger in the next video.
Baby Ari. Hautatusumbua mam, hautatusumbua hapa. So you are under a crash program. Pacifier haitaki kabisa. Send back to Hey, Ari, unanimaliza mam, unanimaliza, utaki ujinga. Wewe ni boobs kwenda mbele. Pacifier ni ya mam, si ndio? Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Pacifier ni ya mam. Wewe ni boobs. Haya. Again, another try. No, no.
Anajua chenye anafanya.
Again. Let's see.
Unamu-encourage.
Mwambie mama kana pacifier yako. Mimi nipatie boobs. Nyonyo. Si ndio? Si ni wale wase. We can't be tricked.
Ebu weka YouTube hapo sweetheart, how to train a baby.
We can't be tricked.
Pacifier. So now you place her on her side. Place her on her side either on a couch or on a bed, because when you put her on your lap, she will think you're breastfeeding her. She wants to get her. So make sure so you place her on the side. The new trick that I have learned, by the way, is reverse psychology. You see, breastfeeding mothers know this. Anytime you're breastfeeding your baby, and then you try and remove your boob, even when you think that she's asleep, she's no longer breastfeeding, and you try to remove your boob, that's when she'll hold on to that boob with everything that she's got, and it's usually very painful. So that's the reverse psychology we are trying to achieve here today. Yes, ma'am. So place her on her side. Cooperate with me. She thinks I'm putting her up. So now you place it in her mouth. She's very willing to take the pacifier because she wants to know what it is. Now she's refusing it. Place it on her side. Then once she starts to suck on it, then that's when you try and remove it so she can hold on to it. But yeah, Ari doesn't care. She does not like. Okay, we'll try like that so you're not fussy. Yeah, ma'am. She's already even pushing it out with her tongue because she's. Yeah. Okay. So she's not even having it at all. She's not even trying to suck. But I think moms, you can try with, I think the younger children, it's more manageable without her having her hands doing all this. Just place the whole of it again into her mouth. Wait for her to start sucking. You can try the earlier demonstration that I'd done, either circular motions or out and in. So immediately she starts sucking on it, then you try and sort of pull it out to see if she's going to. Ari cares less. She's not even bothered, you know. Mom? Like nothing. She's just tricking me, opening her mouth very wide, willing to take it. Because she's just exploring. And she's not interested in taking it. Here, Mom. Work with me here. No? Yeah? Yeah? Hey, Mom. Okay. So now we're going to try when she's seated. Oh. She honestly doesn't even want. She just wants to see what it is. Once she knows it's a pacifier, she throws it out like normal. Like, yeah, Mom? Oh, she's gagging. Yeah, that happens. When you're training your newborn, your baby, when she's 3 to 4 weeks, her hands are still not this active, so it's easier. Yeah, okay. Mom, were you tricking me? So I think she's really honestly not even interested. Moms at home who have parents who have children that use pacifiers, I need some pointers. I need some pointers on how I'm going to do this. She's not interested. She's really tricking me. She's very willing to open her mouth when I bring it to her. See, very willing to open her mouth. Mom, once she knows what it is, once it lands there, it's out. I don't know. Mom, are we going to try when you're standing up? Yeah? She's standing up. Yay! Yay! Yeah, Mom. You're going to try? No? She's honestly more interested in holding it than using it. Let's see what she does. Yeah, no. Yeah, she's not interested in having it as a pacifier. She just wants to explore what it is. Like babies her age are doing. Putting everything they hold into their mouth, they touch into their mouth just to know what it is. But if it's put in the proper way, sorry ma'am, when it's put in the proper way, yeah, she's even getting irritated now. Yay! Are you an official pacifier? No? Pacifier user? Are you? No? Yeah. Not working. So now, Mom, I give up. I give up. Mommy gives up. I give up. I give up. I give up, Mama. Yeah. So she's won. She's not interested, but you can try what I've told you, and it will probably work for you. If the baby refuses, don't force her to try harder. Yeah, that's how it is. So that's the end. So Baba Ari, say bye. Oh God, I need to cut these nails. Hey, say bye, Baba Ari. Sweetheart. Say bye.
Thank you. So kumbe nilikuwa nitokee kwa hii video.
Sasa ukuje sasa mama ukuje na sai.
Aya. Who is here?
Are you still taking the video? Are you serious?
Yeah.
We are not putting this part.
Jamani. Team Mom. Daddy has won. Mama hujaniangusha kabisa. So beti yetu iko ndani
Yeah, Rufus was just like, yeah, she's not going to use it. Yes, ma'am. He just wants breast milk. Breast milk from mama. Anyway, that's how you train your baby how to take a pacifier. And I have failed.
It's good to admit.
But yeah,
that's positive.
If your baby uses a pacifier, please feel free to comment to let me know a couple of tricks I can try. So for now, I have given up.
So we will do another video. Baba Ari trying to retrain her baby how to use a pacifier, and it will work.